Hello and welcome back to the flax sweater tutorial, and we are now up to the setup round 1 on the pattern. So the first thing we need to do is to knit forward and back, KFB, knit forward and back. So that means this first stitch, like I did when I was making the stitch before, you knit in the front and then keep that stitch on, go around to the back, knit in the back, and then it says knit to 2 stitches before the raglan marker. So we're going to just knit across. So we get to 2 stitches before, knit forward and back. So we're going to knit the same in the front, take the needle around the back, knit the back, and then slip the stitch off, knit 1, pass the marker over, and we're going to do this 4 times. So we're going to slip that marker over, and then we need to do the increase again. So knit the front, knit the back, and slip it off, and then go to 2 before the next marker. The good thing is we're making stitches, so this is going to get a lot looser around this cable. This is making the raglan, so this is where it's going to make enough stitches for your sleeves to grow organically off the side, and then they will be put on spare yarn to be knitted later. As I said before, sorry about the clanking, it's because I've got all the stitch markers around. I'm afraid I can't do anything about that unless I hold my arms in mid-air, and that's not going to be easy with the camera. I have enough trouble trying to keep in shot as it is. Keep feeding that round. So we get to 2 before, need to knit in the front, keep that stitch on, go around to that back loop, knit into there, slide it off, knit 1, slide that marker over, then we're going to do the same in this stitch. So knit in the front, take that needle round, slip it through the back, take the yarn round, pull it up and take the stitch off. So we're increasing 8 stitches in this round, 2 at each point. Knit round. Coming up to the next marker, so 2 before, knit into the front, keep it on, put the needle through the back, take it round, take it off, knit the next stitch, pass it over, knit into the front, take your needle round to the back, take it round, slide it off, and go round to the next marker. I think this is our last marker. It's always handy to have different markers so you know when you're back to the beginning. Nearly there. We have another setup row after this one, and then it'd be a lot of repeating what you're already doing. So 2 stitches before, needle in the front, knit, needle in the back, knit, slide off, knit the stitch, pass that over, and we're back to where we were. So the second setup round, we need to knit 1, and then we need to purl our 15 across. So knit that one that we've just created, and then purl 15 for the garter. I should think that's going to be 1 before the end, because we created another one before the end, didn't we? So 1 before the end. I'm just going to have a little count up just to check. So we knit 1, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Yeah, so that's our 15 purl. Knit 1 and then knit to the marker twice. Knit 1, oh, let's just take that yarn around the back to knit 1. I'm going to slip that marker, and then we're going to knit around to do those other purl stitches. So this is going to be a long knit row to get down to the other side. Hope it's not getting too dark. It's still light outside, but it seems to be getting a bit dark. As I say, I was on a bit of a mission today to get a load of videos done to get up to date. I don't like to think of people waiting, wanting to get on with their project and not being able to. Just want to get you at a stage where you've got a good bit of knitting to get on with on your own, at your own pace. Right, so we're going to slip that marker, we're going to knit 1, and then we're going to purl our 15, so that'll be 1 before the end, same as the other side. Oops, nearly went too far. So that last stitch before the marker, we're just going to knit that one. That's it, and I think we're just going to knit to the end then. So we're just going to knit back to the beginning marker now. You can see how much faster this is going to be once there's a few more stitches. We'll soon be zooming along on this. So they're very nice sized needles now and yarn to handle. And here we are, back at the first one. I always do an extra stitch just to keep that stitch marker on. So let's see what it says. It says the garter stitch sleeve panel is now established. Garter stitch in the round is created by knitting in one round and purling on the next. Since you've just purled the garter stitch, the next round will be knitting. So it's just saying these, where we're doing these garter rows, you can now see, oops, you can see that is the actual knitted part of the jumper there. You can see the shape of the stitches, and then where the garter stitch is, that's raised, so you can see the difference. So that's what's going to be getting the sleeves. So it's saying on the main part of the jumper, to create this, we do just knit rows every row, and then to do the garter stitch we're going to do a knit row and then a purl row to create that. So because we did a purl row last time, we're going to be doing a knit row the next time. So it says we're going to continue to work the centre. I'm going to do 15 stitches on the sleeve and the remainder of the pullover in stockinette. That's what we've just been saying. So then we've got round 1 and 2 that we do. So we're just going to be doing those increases for that. So the next round we're going to be knit front and back. So we're going to increase that front one, so I'll just take that one out. So we're going to do our increase front and then knit the back, slide it off. We purled this last time, so we're knitting it across this time for the 15 stitches. And we're going to stop 2 stitches before the marker again. And this is the new row 1 that we have on the pattern. Oh, I'm doing there. So 2 rows before the 2 stitches, sorry, before the marker, we're going to knit front and back again. Front, the back, slide off, knit 1, slide the marker over, and then we're going to do that 4 times. So we're going to knit front and back again, and then knit two stitches before the marker. And so this is all we're doing. It's nice and easy. The only thing I would say to keep an eye on is where those 15 purl stitches are. That's the piece that when I was doing my little prototype last time that I got confused with, and I did put extra markers as the raglans got bigger to tell me exactly, show me where those raglan sleeves are, sorry, those stocking stitch, where the garter stitch sleeves are, because I do tend to knit in front of the TV and before you know it you've gone too far. So it's just good to have extra markers just as a reminder to make sure you're looking what you're doing. So we're coming up to 2 stitches before the marker, so we're just going to knit in the front, knit in the back, knit the next stitch, pass the marker over, knit in the front, knit in the back, take it off, knit to the next marker 2 stitches before. We're going over the garter stitch, but that's okay because it's a knit round. It's probably worth writing down as well which row you're on, so you keep a track of if you're on knit or garter row. So we're 2 stitches before again. We're going to knit in the front, knit in the back, knit the next stitch, pass the marker over, knit in the front, knit in the back, take the stitch off. Go to the 2 stitches before the next marker. And it's definitely feeling looser now. I'm sure you can feel the difference as well, that it's going through that cable much nicer. You're not fighting with it anymore. It's just sliding round. Much easier to use. We're coming up to that marker again, so 2 stitches before, in the front, in the back, slide it off, knit the next one, pass that stitch mark over, and we're back at the beginning. Okay, so that was round 1. Round 2, work a set, knit to garter panel, purl twice, knit around. So we're just going to do a normal round on this one and purl those stitches. Now I'm going to put some extra markers in because I can see me losing my way already. So I think I need to be 2 in before the 15. So it's 2, 4. Well done. I knit 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 14, 15, there's 2, yes. So 2 in, I'm going to put my little marker, that's to tell me where to purl. And then 2 before the end, I'm going to put my little marker so I know, because this gap here between them, as we're increasing, that's going to get wider and wider. So I suggest you put extra markers in now, just so you're aware of that. And you remain 15 stitches. You shouldn't increase your stitches. It should remain 15 stitches all the way down. So when we get to 2 before the end, let's put a little stitch marker, take that yarn to the back because we're going to be knitting for the rest until we get to the other side. So knit these round, slip that marker, one over, and we're off. So I'm going to be leaving you soon, but I should try and simplify the instructions in case you get into trouble. But it's literally, this is all we're doing now while we're doing these increases. So as most of it is just going to be repetition, I think you're more than capable to do that on your own. Let's say it's just the knitting the front and the back to do the increases when you get to the markers, which you've been doing. So don't be afraid, it's fine. And if you need to watch how I do it again, you can always just watch a part of the video just to remind yourself. But I think if you just follow the pattern, as I say, I'll write it out as well in different terms, so then hopefully the pattern or I will make sense, one of the two. Probably the pattern more than me. So we got to that marker, so we're just slipping that marker over this time. And then we're going to knit 2. Then place that other marker to identify where the garter stitch is and where we're going to purl. Remember, these purls are every other row. It's not every row on the purl. So keep an eye on when you're purling and when you're not. So it's going to be when you're not increasing, you're purling, and when you're increasing, you're not purling, because it's every other row for both. So we just go in 2 before the next marker, and then we can put in our marker for where the purl finishes to keep us on track. Yarn at the back. Oops, sorry, just hit you. Then I'm just going to knit till we get to the start marker again. Or the BOR, if you see that on the pattern, and that is the beginning of row. So I'm going to come to the end. I'm going to get cut off soon, so I'm going to have to make this quick. As I say, instructions will be below, so if I do get it cut off, just look down there. But I'm going to run through what you're going to do once I get to the end. It's inside, never you panic, it's fine. So there, that is the second row on the pattern. And we're back to the beginning. So, on the pattern it says work rounds 1 and 2 a total of, and then look what size you have to do. I have to do 15 for the third size, adult size I'm doing. And then I will have 236 stitches. So that's all you got to do. Those 2 rows we've just done, you need to do those. As I say, I'm doing that 15 times. So you're going to do an increase row, and then you're just going to do a plain row with the purl stitches. So I shall put that in a different terms to how it is on the pattern for you to double check that you understand what that is. And when I have got to 236 stitches and completed those 15 rounds, I shall be back with another video. So good luck, I have every confidence in you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.